Stars, it's me, Twinkle Phoenix. So, long story short, if you are new to the channel or new to me covering the If series by the Drop Pedal 16, I can confirm the following. I have covered everything that's currently available for all these games except for If Mafia Fell. We're only missing Friendship Route as of this video. That being said, there is a playlist for If Dusktale. This one is completed. There is a playlist for If Underfell. Now this one will be getting an update again, but goodness knows when that's going to happen. So either way, I currently have covered everything currently available for this. If Mafia Fell, you can play through this from chapter 1 to 6, and we're waiting for an update. As I said, I'm only missing the Friendship Route, which I'm going to get up next. And If Underswap, this one takes you from chapter 1 to 3. We are currently at the point where I'm waiting for it to update to chapter 4 to carry on all the routes. So this one is also on hold. If Slumbertale, this one will be split into 3 parts. Part 1 is fully available right now to see, and only 2 of the characters are implemented fully, aka Sans and Grillby, and that's what today's video is. It's covering Grillby. I've already covered Sans. So, if you are curious or want to see more from this series, there's a lot of playlists on my channel. There's even one solely dedicated called like the Drop Petals Collection, where you can just watch all the playthroughs, all the routes I've covered so far. That being said, I'm getting super tired. I was supposed to say a bunch more stuff. It's getting way too hot, so I'm going to end it here. And also, before I forget, let me know what you think of my Grillby sprite. I worked really hard on this. And yes, it appears Grillby has a scar on his eye, but I cannot confirm if it is a scar or maybe it's just how his fire is. But from what I can tell, he appears to have something near his eye, because in a lot of the illustrations it shows he does. So, I don't know. Either way, his outfit here, I decided to have him wear this outfit because he wore this in the interaction between him and Sans meeting for the first time, where Sans was annoying the fudge and biscuits out of him, and I really liked it because it had stars on it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the Flame Man. This is all the interactions involving Grillby, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye! It is so freaking hot here. Hello my little stars and welcome back to If Slumbertale by the Drop Pedal 16. Today we are taking a look at none other than Grillby's route. So yes, the sprite by here was made by yours truly. I don't know if it's accurate or not. I did the best I could. Grillby is very difficult for me to draw. That being said, we're only going to be focusing on Grillby's interactions. So let's get on with it. We're gonna visit Snowdin. Snowdin, this must be the place that Sans mentioned. It's not too far from the barrier point you previously captured. It's a quaint, futuristic, snowy village with wooden houses at sharp angles that are covered in snow. It reminds you of a time many years ago you had to stay in a tundra village, although that village was built over a frozen lake that housed a dangerous sea creature that recently awakened and you had to fight it underwater. Poor creature. Fun times. Shush, character. You linger on the outskirts of the village, not yet committed to entering, until you finally decide to. You move into the snowy village and you keep a feather-like spell on you so you can walk across the snow without sinking in. As you walk in, you catch the smell of fresh food. Smells good. You notice Sans. Well, well, says Sans the skeleton. The short skeleton appears before you in a wispy blue aura. He floats slightly above the ground, careful to keep his fuzzy pink slippers from touching the snow. His pale yellow eyelids glow as he looks you up and down. I almost thought you weren't showing, he says. Welcome to Snowdin. There's no place like it. That's his second pen. Kindred friend, pal, buddy, you know what must be done. You have a wide smile on your face, so wide. Sun Raven and you adored puns and knockout jokes. It is a constant joy across quests and campaigns together. You've had many years to hone your joking capabilities. I'm so happy for the invite, you say cheerfully. This place looks lovely. Fan of the snow? Certainly, you say. With enough warm and water deflection spells, you are capable of spending days in a blizzard without getting cold nor wet. At that point, snow is simply a pretty part of nature. You get to enjoy all of its benefits and face none of the consequences. Sans chuckles. Glad to hear we got plenty around. Come on, I'll take you to Grillby's. The skeleton monster turns around and starts to float away. You lightly step after him. Your friend Your feet don't sink into the snow at all, so you leave no prints behind. Sans guides you down the main road and stops outside a building. It's actually a bar. You can tell immediately from the smell of the delicious greasy food. It has a large window on the left of the door where golden light pulls out. Sans opens the door and at once you hear merry laughter and feel the warmth of a fire. The two of you step inside and Sans reaches a hand in a hello to the monster behind the counter. A fire monster. Ooh, it's Grillby. Huh, be still our beating hearts. This is a monster of the hour right here, folks. You see no mouth nor nose, but he has a pair of glasses that sit over his eyes. He wears a long-sleeved white dress shirt with the sleeves rolled up to his elbows. Over top is a black vest and a black bow tie. You've never seen this kind of a dress wear before. Also, if you want to know why my Grillby looks the way he does, this is based on his actual illustration from Slumbertale. And also I noticed that Grillby from Slumbertale actually appears to have some type of like mark to only one of his eyes. I don't know if he's got a scarring or what, but he's got like a white mark that goes from one of his eyes. So I'm really curious how he actually got that. Maybe eventually we'll find out in the comic? I don't know. Anyway, actually now that you consider it, all the monsters are dressed differently than you expected. Not that you had an expectations. You're accustomed to long mage robes that cover most of the body, or tight-fitting, colourful garments of nobility and royalty, or the shiny plate armour of warriors and knights. You like their clothes. They look comfortable to wear. Especially Sans' robe. The inside of it looks like a magical night sky. You wonder if it's an enchantment or something he's able to conjure himself because he lives in the dream realm. My usual, says Sans. He takes a seat at the counter and you mimic him. Sans winks at you. You're gonna love him. The monster glances at you. His usual please, you confirm like a freaking idiot because you really want to suffer. And because my character chose to say that, my character will suffer. Fellow pun lovers must share similar tastes, right? Wrong! The fire monster nods once and sets to work. Sans looks like a kitten with warm milk, smugly satisfied. Understand when he's like, yes, a victim. Yes, a fellow... What is it? Honey mustard lover. You hope you did not make a mistake. Love him like you love finding napping spots, you ask? Maybe not that far, says Sans. Close. High praise? Sans' smile widens briefly. Now that you're sitting closer to him, you notice he has dark circles under his eye sockets. Strange. Not really. This poor little skeleton has suffered. You would imagine a monster in the realm of dreams would always get good... No. Why would it be comfortable in this world? It's fluid, unnatural, and they're trapped. The fire monster starts to set several drinks on the counter in front of you and Sans. Thanks, Grulb, says Sans. Take your pick, there are monster classics. Sans points to the first mug on the left. It is a large glass mug with a straw sticking out of it. Heated marshmallows with a little hot chocolate. It's almost entirely just partially melted marshmallows. You see a very small pool of chocolate at the bottom. Then Sans points to the second item, a full jar of coffee. It's a jar of coffee grinds. A whole cup of melted butter, Sans continues as he points to the mug. It is indeed a white cemented mug filled with melted butter. Sans points to the next cup, warm milk with whipped cream. Sans then takes one of the last 2 glass jars at the end. And of course, maple syrup, says Sans. He then proceeds to start to chug the maple syrup. He stops halfway and says, oh, almost downed it. Want some? Look Sans dead in the eye, and you take the other maple syrup jar and chug it. It is room temperature, overly sweet, and is so thick and sticky. It is hard to swallow. You do it anyway. Honestly, not that bad. You have definitely shrunk worse, and you chug it. You set the glass back down, lick your lips and say, not bad, I'll take another, thank you. Grillby is holding a hand over the lower half of his face, as if he simply could not believe you did that. He's like, oh god, no. It's catching. Sans looks utterly delighted. His pale eyelids shine. He looks at Grillby. Put it on my tab. Sans finishes his maple syrup and Grillby comes back with a second round of maple syrup for you and a maple syrup for Sans. The two of you raise your respectful drinks and then proceed to chug. You enter the snowy village. You move into the snowy village and you keep your featherlight spell on you so you can walk across the snow without sinking in. As you walk, you have to smell the fresh food. Papyrus isn't here, so we're going to go back in the in-between. Visit Snowden. Now, we're going to only focus on Grillby visits, so we're going to visit Grillby. Why not? You went to Grillby's. The famed monster stands behind the counter. It looks less crowded than before, but there's still a fair few monsters. You take a seat at the bar and politely greet Grillby. The fire monster gives you a curt nod. He stays silent. Ah, you know what this means? He's the quiet type. That's one way of putting it. He's fiery, hot and quiet, but we love him for it. Well, that's okay. You're a master of one-sided conversations. The question now is, what do you want to talk about? Simple, yourself. It's only polite. You introduce yourself properly to Grillby and you tell him who you are, your first name, last name, and your title, and Grillby nods at that. You already know his name thanks to Sans, and so you suppose he does not feel the need to reintroduce himself. No, that'd be freaking stupid if he did. Magic in general. Let's talk about magic. You love magic. A bit too freaking much, you little weirdo. As the Archmage, you had your fair share of dabbles in magic. You've experimented, played with, and utilized all sorts of different magics. You're expertly well versed in it, oh so my character says. I have yet to see that mastery fully. I mean, you did blow up freaking poor Alphys's lab. Or at least some things at the lab. And it's a subject you sincerely love. You talk about your time in the tower, about some of your favourite experiments, both failures, mostly failures, and successes, especially if it was technically me. You merrily chat until your voice cracks from your throat drying out, and Grillby sets down a cup of maple syrup in front of you, and you stare at it. You look up at him, deadpan. What were you expecting? He assumes you want it, okay? Either that or he's gonna keep offering it to you until you finally crack and tell him, okay, point made, I'm sorry. I can't take it anymore. It's too sweet for me. He says back at you, a single brow raise. He doesn't think you'll drink it. You have no other choice but to drink it. I mean, you don't necessarily have to drink it. You know, you tell him once you finish. I think if it were anyone other than an expert bartender like yourself making these drinks, I might not be able to enjoy them. His eyes narrow as if crinkling from a smile. Yep. So outside the realm of dreams, you probably won't see me order or drink these things. You continue, trying to hint that yet you don't drink these. They narrow further. He is definitely smiling, although you see no mouth. Unless made by you clarify, and only you. He nods in acknowledging this, and you get the feeling he is deeply amused by you. I'm glad we've reached an understanding. He promptly serves you another cup of maple syrup. You chug it quickly and leave before he tries to give you a third drink. Serves you right. It's chillier than usual. You cast a warm spell on your robes. Okay, so now we're gonna enter the in-between. Visit Snowdin, and Snowdin. And now we're gonna go and visit Grillby again. Grillby is much more crowded when you enter this time. The air is warmer and merry chatter fills the bar. All the seats at the bar are taken, as are most of the booths. You linger at the doorway and you internally debate on if you should leave. Hey you! Your attention is drawn to a crowded table of monster dogs. Oh my god, it's the Puppos! A black and white dog with a pair of butterfly wings grins and waves at you. Hey! You're the new person, right? Right? Come here! You head over to the table. As you approach, you realize that all the monster dogs have butterfly wings. My god, they have so much fun in this realm. The wings flap slowly, and their bushy tails lazily wave side to side on the floor. At least it's not annoying dogs, otherwise we'd constantly hear going for like ages. Most of them are black and white, or a combination of the two. And an all-white dog with a feminine voice asks, "Are you busy?" "It depends on what you want," you say with a smile. "We're one short," says a black dog. "Want to play?" Yeah, come, play with us. Come on. You agree to take a seat at the table. The chair squeaks when you sit in it. What are you playing? Bullshit, says the dog. I'm Doggerus. She points to the white dog opposite of her, and that's my mate, Dogamy. Twinkle Phoenix, you introduce yourself. Bullshit, huh? It's a basic card game. You played it with soldiers on the road. It only requires a deck of cards until the ever-popular poker. And like the ever-popular poker, you're given a random selection of cards that you need to hide. Each person takes a turn tossing a card in the middle face down. The cards have to be placed in the middle in rising order. So 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and so on. Whomever has an ace starts. It is your turn to discard the card, but you do not have it. You have to lie. Bullshit. If someone calls you out and you did indeed lie, you have to take the entire pile of cards in the middle. Alternatively, if you're incorrect, when they call you out, they get to take the huge pile. Whomever discards all their cards wins. Any special rules, you inquire? You notice a collection of dog treats and bones are on the table. Oh, are we playing for that? No special rules, says the black and white dog. I'm Doggo. Doggo deals out the cards. And yep, we're playing for the good shit. You call it good shit, I just call it doggy treats. You have 13 cards. 2 2s, 1 3, 1 4, 4 5s, 1 6, 1 7, 1 8, 1 9, no 10s, 2 jacks, no queens, and no kings. Doggo goes first. He places the card face down and says, 1 ace. It is your turn. 2 2s. Why not? Yeah, because he said 1 ace, so... What cards do I have? There are 2 2s. 2 2s you place down. Bullshit! Excitedly cries out Dogamy. You gesture for him to flip the card over. It was not bullshit. Damn, he goes. He takes the ace and both of your 2s. He throws down 1 3. Doggers goes, 1 4. 1 5, says Doggo. You smile and place down your 6, and so the game has begun. Bullshit is normally a short game, but you are quick to realize the dog monsters get overly excited and are quick to call bullshit for no apparent reason. And now we're in, and Doggo orders drinks for the table. It's some kind of white, airy drink with a rainbow fluff. It's sweetly sour like lemonade, and you're deeply relieved that you can finally drink something that doesn't make you cringe. It's downright heavenly compared to your maple syrup you've been forced to drink. Not once, not twice, but now 3 times. The usual member, a huge dog monster who goes by the name of Greater Dog, shows up in the middle of the game. Since it's been going on for so long with no clear winners, the game is restarted with him added in. More drinks are sent to your table, and it's a jovial experience all around. You're almost sad to win. Doggo certainly is. He cries over his lost dog treats, and you let him keep them. That was fun, and you enter the village. Okay, so now we're gonna go again. Let's see if we can find Grillby again. Well, time to visit Grillby. It is less crowded, but no less inviting. You take a seat at the bar and cheerfully greet Grillby. The 5 months uses a cloth to polish the inside of one of his glasses. You lean on the couch and smell at Grillby. Your bar is very welcoming. He cocks his head to the side. You must be proud of it. He nods. How long have you had it? You inquire. Grillby pauses, polishing. Years. Time is difficult to keep track of here. Does no one count the days? Days and night cycles aren't consistent, he says. There have been many periods of time where days lasted a couple hours. The seasons aren't set either. We could have summer in one area and winter in another. Grillby gaze moves to look out the front window. No one knows what tomorrow will bring. Snow, night, storms. That kind of sucks, if I'm honest. That sounds like so inconsistent. That would get on my freaking nerves. You brown your fro. Your bro froze. That's not surprising, but no less frustrating. Have you always wanted to be a bartender? You quietly ask him. No, he says. I was a scientist before. What made you leave? A colleague went missing. Oh, is that Gaster? That's Gaster, isn't it? Gaster went missing, because I've got his family. If you're looking for Gaster, I've got him in my pocket. I have a pocket Gaster if you'd like one. He says, I reevaluated what I wanted to do with myself. Missing, not dead. Someone that clever wouldn't die quietly. I shouldn't laugh at that, but that's funny. He wouldn't die quietly. No, he'd probably like scream and holler and like make a big fuss about it if you tried to kill him. Grillby answers he's somewhere around. Is no one looking for him? You ask. Grillby looks down at the glass and he resumes polishing it. He doesn't answer. It's not needed. The silence speaks for itself. They gave up looking for him. Oh, don't worry. It's okay, Grillby, don't worry. I will find him. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Gaster, and I've got him in my pocket. Don't worry, I'll find all the parts of it and I'll put him back together and I'll bring him home. Don't worry. Either that or I'll woo him, too. Either way, if you're talking about Gaster, don't worry. I've got him in my pocket. I've got Gaster in my pocket. If Grillby ever went missing, you wouldn't give up until you found him. Yeah, obviously. You barely know me, he says, his tone tinged with mirth. But thank you for the sentiment. You paid for this one. You won't give up. Why not? Let's be playful. You won't give up? I could never give up on you, you tease. Who else would make me these delicious concoctions? Sans? I think not. Grillby chuckles. His voice cracks like splintering logs in a fireplace. A fair point. I also wouldn't trust Sans to make me a drink. I don't know how well that would go. Honestly, I'd be doing it for the betterment of the world. The world? Losing a talent like yours would be a catastrophe, you say playfully. Oh my god. You're too... you think too highly of me, Archmage. You undervalue yourself, scientist. Grillby's eyes crinkle. And while, yes, I don't know you as well as I'd like to, you prop your chin in your hand and wink at him. That's something I'm happy to rectify. Oh my god, I'm just flat out flirting with him. I'm afraid you'd find me rather boring. Oh, I can assure you, Grillby, there's nothing boring about you, says Grillby. Nonsense. Your life provides a different perspective, you tell him, and he is hot, pun intended. Grillby studies your face for a long moment and he chuckles again. You're not nearly drunk enough for me to spill my life story. Oh my god, wait. My character's gonna get drunk for you to tell him? Don't give my character ideas. I feel like my character probably would with how freaking turned on they are at you. Why do I have to be the drunk one? Less likely to remember. Tease? Oh my gosh! Nice! Nice response, Grillby! That's the one we love to hear. He laughs. Since you were a scientist before, care to swap stories about that then? I've saved my best failed experiment stories for last, you shyly offer. That seems fair, he says. You first. Oh my god, you are happy to reply. Oh my god! I love this. This is so freaking funny and cute. I love it. I love the back and forth with them. You and Grillby spent a long time chatting over magical experiments gone horribly wrong. You're actually rather sorry to leave. Yeah, we don't want to leave. Enter Snowdin. The village is bustling. Oh my goodness. Okay, enter the in-between. That, of course, was all of Grillby's, like, interactions. So, yeah. I freaking loved that. That was awesome. I absolutely freaking loved Grillby's route. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to see, like, the other characters' routes. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that means the only thing we have left to cover right now that is currently available for me to cover in the If series is none other than If Mafia Fell Friendship. So, once I get that up, everything is on hold. We're waiting for stuff to update. But I absolutely freaking loved that, and I hope I actually got the right ending there. I don't know if I've successfully flattered him, but we were pretty teasing there, so, you know, he's interested. I think. I mean, gosh darn it, Grillby. Anyway, would also love to hear what you think of my sprite. Do you think it suits? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's terrible? Let me know. What did you guys think of Grillby? I freaking loved Grillby. Alright then, like I said, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!